used to be during the 2011-2012 academic year. The Secretary General will now speak.
Dear doctors, when I say your names, please go to the presidential table to receive your degree medal, Dr. Caps Diploma. Thank you. Dr. Manuel Guillermo Chinchilla Martínez.
by any university in the world, so you have to be very proud of that. And now I'm very happy to call upon Dr. Julia Chico, who is going to read the vote of thanks on behalf of the new doctors.
Dear Dr. Salvador Carmona, Rector of IU University, distinguished university officials, dear professors, graduates, family and friends. I would like to dedicate 5 minutes of this speech to talk about education, particularly the experience of education, which all of us have had in one way or the other experienced by teaching or being taught. In 1938, at the dawn of the Second World War, a great American thinker and progressive educational reformer, John Dewey, published a book called Experience in Education. It opens with the following message. Education is a social process. Education is growth. Education is not preparation for life, but is life itself. Dewey considered education to be a fundamental component and a driving force of social progress and democratic principles. Education extends far beyond merely providing knowledge and guiding others with one's bountiful expertise. For Dewey, being a teacher is first and foremost a moral profession that entails the responsibility of not obstructing the real-life problems and injustices for the sake of abstract perfection, but embracing all experiences, including the ones of less privileged and less glorious among us. The ultimate purpose of an educating process is to better oneself through learning and reflecting on this myriad of experiences on a teacher's as well as on a student's side. As idealistic as it may sound today, when education is increasing the practice and experience within supply-customer paradigm of market relations, this progressive vision gives a refreshing and very novel meaning to what we're doing aspire for in our teaching and learning endeavors. For most of us graduating here today, the decision to go back to university and enter the doctorate program was an outcome of the idealistic search of a vocation that blends individual ambition and intellectual curiosity into a dedication to freely share and create knowledge and also to appreciate the experiences of others. Like most idealistic searches in life, this one has been a bittersweet experience. To feel the spirit of vacation, I will focus on the sweet part. We have learned a lot, and not only about scientific research, fancy methodologies, and how to talk at academic conferences. Our most significant takeaway is the conviction that good academic work requires solidarity, intellectual honesty, and willingness to cooperate and learn from each other. We have learned that the most effective field for research and teaching excellence is about genuine and passionate interest in the problems and challenges of the world around us. We have learned that the honest criticism of one's ideas and beliefs by friends and colleagues is more valuable than ribald complacency of strangers. We have learned to appreciate open debate, friendly disagreement, intellectual audacity, and plurality of opinions. We have learned to love complexity, dilemmas, paradoxes, and research gaps because they make life much more interesting, exciting, and explorable. We have learned that, after all, Marcel Proust was right when he said that the true voyage of discovery consists not in visiting new landscapes, but in possessing other eyes, in seeing the universe through the eyes of another, of 100 others, in seeing the 100 universes that each of them sees. Standing here today, 5 or 4 years older and wiser, we find it hard to believe that these experiences and discoveries are descending into the past. We are entering a new stage in life where all that we have learned will be put into practice. We will become teachers, educators, members of academic associations and clubs. Some may even call us the professional elite. What will we say at our first class? What will we set as our teaching objectives? What change can we hope to bring into the world that is growing apart and seems to care more about new gadgets than never-ending wars? Maybe now, more than ever, the experience of education carries the promise of enlightenment and social progress. It depends. And it depends on us, on the quality of our reflections, the strength of our convictions, and on our ability and willingness to be the change we want to see in the world. Our university has been a place where teaching and learning are inseparable, where education can be experienced as life itself. in sadness and in joy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Chico. I will start my address in Spanish and then switch into English. Excelentísima señora defensora del pueblo, excelentísimo señor presidente de IE, excelentísimo señor presidente de IE Universidad, ilustrísimo señor director general de Universidades e Investigación de la Junta de Castilla y León, ilustrísima señora teniente de alcalde de Segovia, en representación del excelentísimo señor alcalde, ilustrísima señora delegada del Gobierno de Segovia, ilustrísimo señor secretario de la Junta de Castilla y León en Segovia, en representación del delegado territorial de la Junta de Castilla y León, excelentísima señora diputada nacional de Segovia, excelentísimo señora vicerrectora de la Universidad de Burgos, excelentísimo señor general director de la Academia de Artillería, excelentísimos señores marqueses de Lozoya, distinguidas autoridades académicas, civiles y militares, organizaciones empresariales y sociales, distinguido claustro de profesores, queridos alumnos y familiares, señoras y señores. Muchas gracias a todos por acompañarnos en este acto que señala el comienzo del curso académico 2012-2013. Especialmente, si me lo permiten, querría agradecer a nuestros estudiantes y a sus familias la confianza que han depositado en nuestra institución. Pueden tener todos por seguro que han tomado una opción universitaria que se encuentra perfectamente calibrada y que combina las mejores experiencias de nuestra Escuela de Negocios con nuestras propias ideas respecto de cuál debe ser el mejor modelo de educación superior. El proyecto de Línea Universidad es joven, pero nuestro modelo de educación superior ya comienza a recibir reconocimientos que nos refuerzan en nuestro compromiso con la calidad y con la excelencia universitaria. Así, por ejemplo, el International Herald Tribune ha situado nuestra universidad en el puesto 45 del mundo en términos de empleabilidad. Y el Education Times of India nos sitúa en el puesto 37 del mundo en términos de innovación y tecnologías. Por su parte, nuestro grado en Administración de Empresas ha obtenido en 2012 la acreditación oficial de la prestigiosa Asociación Americana de Escuelas de Negocios, AACSB, siendo el único grado en España que ostenta tal distinción. Además, nuestra Escuela de Arquitectura, que en 2010 fue calificada como la perla oculta por parte de la prestigiosa revista norteamericana Design Intelligence, en el pasado curso académico ha sido considerada por esta misma revista como una de las 6 mejores opciones en los estudios de arquitectura. A su vez, la Facultad de Artes y Humanidades, que lidera el grado de Relaciones Internacionales, ha conseguido pertenecer a la muy exclusiva Asociación Profesional de Escuelas de Relaciones Internacionales. A nuestros estudiantes, querría deciros que durante vuestra estancia en la universidad seréis protagonista de un modelo en el que tendréis oportunidades para ir más allá de la fundamental y tradicional acumulación de conocimientos. Os invito a que participéis en la oferta formativa más ambiciosa y que os permitirá adoptar una actitud emprendedora en el ejercicio de vuestra profesión, así como una poderosa visión humanista. En este sentido, como elemento determinante, procuraremos que vuestra formación esté presidido por un arraigado compromiso ético. Si os detenéis a pensar en quiénes son las personas que más admiramos, las que han ejercido una influencia más notable en nuestras vidas, seguro que estamos de acuerdo que son aquellas que son consecuentes con sus valores personales más profundos y que han sido fieles a los mismos, por más que hacer lo contrario les pudiera resultar perjudicial o doloroso. Estas posibilidades formativas, que las desarrollaremos en el contexto de las tecnologías más avanzadas, no se circunscriben a las aulas universitarias, sino como elementos centrales también comprenden un exhaustivo programa de prácticas en empresas e instituciones, de laboratorios que tienen lugar en la extraordinaria Casa de la Moneda gracias al convenio suscrito con el Ayuntamiento de nuestra ciudad, así como intercambios internacionales y un programa de mentores que guiará nuestra experiencia universitaria. Con estos ingredientes y con una enseñanza participativa y centrada en vosotros, pretendemos que podáis anticipar la forma de pensar de la siguiente generación. Permítanme ahora continuar en inglés. I am grateful to all of you for joining us during this highly symbolic academic event, which officially signals the beginning of the university year. The choice of a university to study is a long and difficult process for the students and their families. As I am certain that you have had many other valuable choices, I am very grateful to our students for choosing IE for their university education. You can rest assured that we will not let you down. A university as such is a young academic institution, but this does not mean that we lack experience. We draw on the best practices and academic excellence of our sister institution, Business School, to offer you world-class education at the undergraduate and master degree levels. I am happy to acknowledge this close relationship with the business school, and also proud to share with you some news about international recognitions provided by our stakeholders and accreditation agencies during the past academic years. For example, the International Herald Tribune ranked a university number 45 worldwide in terms of employability. In a similar vein, the Education Times of India ranked a university number 37 worldwide for innovation and technologies. In addition to these university-wide recognitions, our bachelor degrees have also received endorsements from prestigious stakeholders and accreditation agencies. For example, the Bachelor in Business Administration has got the accreditation from the Association of Advanced Collegiate School of Business, AACSB. Furthermore, our bachelor degree in architecture, which was named a hidden gem by the prestigious Design Intelligence Journal in 2010, is now regarded as one of the 6 unexpected options by the same journal. Last but not least, our School of Arts and Humanities, which organizes our bachelor degree in international relations, now joins the highly exclusive Association of Professional Schools for International Affairs. Despite these recognitions, this is a truly humble institution, for otherwise there is no way to learn and make progress. Therefore, there is a lot more to be done, and we are fully aware that the key to success in modern higher education is to strike the right balance between continuity and change. On the one hand, the social function of higher education is to transmit the received wisdom from generation to generation, and this is usually done through traditional lecture. However, this is not necessarily the ultimate symptom of health in education, and our model of higher learning comprises important, innovative components. These components go beyond the mere teaching and help students develop intellectually, socially, and personally. Ultimately, this comprehensive model of education will lead to first-class university graduates, that is, individuals that will be able to anticipate the ideas of the next generation. In doing this, we encourage the variety, diversity, and freedom of individual character, as Ms. Pilar de Zulueta has noted in her brilliant keynote speech. And as she noted, this is something that our students have to do to succeed in an ever-changing world. In this respect, I am happy to let you know that more than 50% of our new enrollments are international students. And this makes us, our campus, to host to students from more than 80 different countries. However, in addition to freedom, education should be marked by guidance. In this respect, we are giving a leap forward in our program of advisors. The students' decisions during their university years will exert a long-lasting effect on their lives. After choosing a university degree, students should decide on which elective courses fit their interest, and these decisions should be part of a wider plan. Unlike many universities, where students make these important decisions on their own and without in-depth counseling, our university offers an ambitious advisory program. This program helps students make these critical decisions in a highly supportive environment. Our advisors provide students with wise and constant suggestions, and the advisors will keep track of every step their students take. Under the traditional model, the instructor becomes the center of the learning process, while the student plays a secondary and rather passive role. At our university, we draw on and extend the best practices to offer a learning model that is participant-centered and strongly focused on the active role of students. In this model, the instructor facilitates the learning process, which heavily relies on participative discussions of actual cases. In this manner, students grasp real experience and that help them to develop their theoretical learning. We are convinced that this combination of theoretical strength and actual practice will help students attain a competitive advantage in the job market. Our observation of other institutions of higher learning make us see some possibilities for improvement in program content and curriculum development. Our comprehensive educational model combines the fundamental and traditional core subjects available in many other institutions with careful design of across-the-board modules that will enhance students' knowledge with careful design out-curriculum areas, as well as help them to develop as individuals. Entrepreneurship is one of such models. We strive for our graduates to develop entrepreneurial skills no matter their bachelor degree. We don't just aim at setting architecture graduates setting up their own firms, but most importantly to adopt an entrepreneurial vision of their professional lives. In this respect, we launched a Change in Action program which draws on the very successful one we conduct at the business school and that will let students interact with well-known entrepreneurs. In a similar vein, all students at our university must take a module in humanities. We are fully convinced that exposure to recent developments in culture, philosophy, and the arts brings about a better understanding of the human experience. Importantly also, all our students are taught the principles of ethics. In a business context that constantly witness financial scandals, the students' exposure to this module will be instrumental in learning the intrinsic importance of ethics in their professions. And not only in their professions, but also in their lives. You can see that the combination of stability, innovation, and advanced technologies is at the core of our approach to learning and to the understanding of bachelor students as self-assured individuals. However, these educational efforts also benefit from early exposure to practical experience. To that effect, we put forward an ambitious internship program that helps students learn about current real-world practices. In the past academic year, we launched a bachelor degree in law. In this academic year, we proudly launched our bachelor degree in international relations, which is instrumental to our mission of being a specialized university in social sciences and architecture. The program again combines stability and innovation, and students will receive education from our top-tier faculty in this area. I would like to thank Dean Arancia Lareza for the design of the curriculum, coordination within the university structure, and implementation of a degree that holds promise to become a reference for those working in the field. At this stage of the implementation of our strategic plan, we have concluded several months of hard work to put forward a proposal for one additional bachelor degree program in finance, which will be offered in the next academic year. Our proposal for a bachelor degree in finance draws on the experience of our fine faculty in this area, as recognized by the highly prestigious Financial Times rankings, which placed our Master in Finance number 2 in the world in July 2012, and this has happened for 2 consecutive years. To make these new programs happen, I must acknowledge the ever-present support that IU University gets from a number of institutions. Junta de Castilla y León, Diputación Provincial de Segovia, Ayuntamiento de Segovia, and many others. In particular, and for the verification of our bachelor and master degree programs, we are deeply grateful to Professor Juan José Mateos, excelentísimo señor consejero de Educación de la Junta de Castilla y León, as well as to Professor Ángel de los Ríos, Director General de la Junta de Castilla y León de Universidades y de Investigación, who join us in this ceremony. Thank you very much for this. In closing, I would like to address our incoming students and ask them to take advantage of our well-regarded faculty, as well as from the state-of-art infrastructure in the Segovia and Madrid campuses. As I mentioned earlier, you will come across the core subjects that will be taught in the different degrees, as well as some specific notions that are crucial for your education. However, you might wish not to stay at that level, but rather follow a more comprehensive approach to your education. In other words, I encourage you to take the riskier route, the road less traveled, which will let you apply critical thought to issues and problems, and that will let you develop a holistic view of the world, which is the idea that comprises everything. Be 100% assured that the coming years will be exciting for you. Actually, your university stay will be one of the most memorable periods in your lives. Dear students, enjoy your university experience and do not hesitate to let us know about anything that can be done to make it more enriching. At the beginning of this speech, I refer to our university as a young institution. As such, the university is now building its own history. And that history will be formed by your own personal histories, the ones of students who excel in their professional lives as much as they do as human beings. We are ambitious in our quest for excellence, but our ambitions can only be fulfilled through our ability to fulfill yours. We look forward to it. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. I declare the 2012-2013 academic year at our university officially inaugurated. The session is